Welcome back to my channel. As promised, I like to share about Hotel Revenue Management episode 3, the final episode of Hotel Revenue Management. In this episode 3, I will show total of 5 exercises. Number 1, I would like to show about corporate account pricing exercise. Number 2, group booking exercise. Number 3, OTA promotion exercise. Number 4, the price for a big group should be cheaper than a small group or not. That's gonna be exercise as well. And number 5 is the displacement analysis exercise. Hope after this session you will learn some additional knowledge about hotel revenue management. In this episode 3, I will share about the work as hotel revenue manager that they are practicing on daily basis. I will do the screen recorder so that you will be able to do practicing by yourself as a revenue manager, and also it is easy for you to do calculation by yourself too. So let's start now. Corporate pricing exercise. If you are a city hotel located in the central of the city, you will have a lot of key account who producing a lot of room night on daily basis. Sometimes your client will come and asking for some special discount by saying that their contribution is very high to our LS International Hotel. So let's see the scenario. This year, one of our corporate clients has booked 13 rooms per day on the 250 business days of the year. This client has a special rate of 110 per room versus 115 for the direct rate. For next year, he requests a further discount of $15 that will be $95 per room. If we refuse, the client will no longer support us. On the opposite, if we accept, the client will continue their support with our room. How many extra rooms will this client have to support us next year in order to generate the same profit as this year? Please note that the cost of cleaning for a room is $30 per room. That's our room cost. This account is so important for the hotel business because they will produce 13 rooms on daily basis for the whole year, with 250 business days out of 365 days. They have a special rate of 110. The rate is very high compared to the regular rate or our public rate of $115. That's why they asking for more discount by $15. So the new rate for next year will be $95 per room per night. Our room cost is $30 per room, so we need to figure out how many room nights additional we need to cover the same level of profit as this year for the next year. Let's do some exercise together with a template as following. If you see this template, we know that in total of 13 days they support us. Every day is 13 rooms, and within 250 business days, total room night of 3,250, and our room cost is $30 per room. This year selling price is 110. So next year we discount $15, so the next year will be $95 rate. So let's do calculation together. First of all, talk about this year profit per room. So in order to calculate profit per room, we need to take the selling price minus cost. So what is our selling price for this year? This year our selling price is 110. So we minus the room cost, $30. So this year profit per room is $80. So let's see next year profit per room. So we do the same. So we take the next year pricings minus room cost. Although the price is low, however the room costs are still remain the same. So it's gonna be 65 next year profit per room per night. Let's see the this year contribution. So for the contribution, we need to see how much in total for this year with the rate of $80 per room per night. So we take the profit per room per night time every day they support a certain room, and the whole year they have 250 business days. So let time 250 business days. So this year contribution is 260,000. Let's see next year contribution. So we do the same. So the profit is only 65 for next year. So we do the same. They support a 13 room night per day, and then 250 business day. So next year the contribution will be down to 211,000, not 250 for the whole year for next year. So let's see the variance. So we take this year and minus the contribution for next year. So we need $48,750 more to produce the same contribution as this year. So let's see next year how many room additional that the client need to produce in order to get the same contribution as this year. So as we know that we need $48,750 more with the new rate of 65. So let's see how many room night that additional the client needs support us. So we take the variance of 48,570 divided by the new rate will be $65. So the client need to support us additional of 750 room night. Group booking exercise. Scenario: today in our 200 room hotel there are 50 rooms left to sell. Airport is closed and we just received a call from 2 different air charter operators asking for emergency accommodation. One request is for 100 guests have bought accommodation at $110 all inclusive. The other one is for 80 guests bed and breakfast accommodation at the rate of $105. One request would secure us with a perfect field, but will it be produced optimal yield? Which option are we going to choose for and why? Note: we do not expect any more individual arrival, either walk-in or last-minute booking for tonight. Okay, so let's do exercise together. Whether charter A or charter B that are more profitable to the hotel. So let's start the homework together. Okay, so if you see here, this is charter A and charter B. So from charter A, room request for 50 room with 100 guests at the rate of 110. Have bought. Have bought, that means they choose dinner. Charter B, 40 room, 80 guests at the rate of 105, but bed and breakfast, no dinner. Please note here, the room cost is $15 per room. Breakfast cost $2 per guest. And dinner cost is $6 per guest. Okay, so let's start with the charter A. Total revenue. So calculate total revenue of the charter A. So total revenue is number of room times the price. Now, how much per room is 110. So total 5,500. Room cost. Total of 50 room multiplied by room cost is $15. So the room cost for charter A for 50 room is $750. Breakfast. Total of 100 guests and the cost of breakfast is $2. So total breakfast cost for 100 guests is $200. Dinner. Since it's have board include dinner, so total 100 guests multiplied by the cost for dinner is $6. So the cost for dinner for charter A is $600. So let's see the profit contribution. So in order to calculate profit contribution, so we take the total revenue minus room cost minus breakfast cost and minus dinner cost. So for charter A, the profit is 3,950. Okay, let's continue the same for charter B. First of all, we need to calculate the revenue. So total of 40 room multiplied by the selling price is 105. So the revenue for charter B is 4,200. Let's see the room cost. Total of 40 room and the room cost is the same, is $15. And the breakfast cost is the same, is $2. So but total charter B is 80 guests. So 80 guests multiplied by $2. So it's $160 for breakfast. Charter B for 80 guests. No dinner cost, so it's 0. So let's calculate for the profit contribution. So 4,200 minus room cost minus breakfast cost and dinner cost is 0. So see the profit of charter B is 3,440 while the charter B is 3,950. So what is the variance? Take charter A minus for charter B. So the difference is $500 between charter A and charter B. So as a revenue manager, we need to decide to go for charter A. I hope everyone is clear. If anyone doesn't clear, you can go back to the video and then review again. Okay, so let's move next exercise. So let's move on to OTA promotion exercise. So let's see the scenario together. We want to increase our room revenue for the month of June. One OTA proposed to us to launch a special offer at reg rate 1 with 25% discount. They are confident that they can double their sale for 3,000 room night at the reg rate 1 with 25% discount instead of 1,500 room night at reg rate 1 with 15% discount. We think that in that case it would help our direct sale. However, we would sell 1,000 room less, which means 7,500 vs 8,500 due to we take the portion of the special promotion of 3,000 room night. And then our forecast on the direct individual segment, the rate is 150 US dollar. If we accept, what will be impact on contribution? So let's work out together on the exercise. Okay. Okay, if you see this spreadsheet as the scenario, so we have the direct individual called OA1 is rate 1 is our public rate is 150. Our room cost is 15 US dollar. So OTA discount, special promotion. Normally we give 15% discount at the rate of 23 US dollar. So the rate compared to the public rate is 128 US dollar. For the promotion, we need to give 25% discount, which is 37.5 US dollar, and the rate is become 113. So from this scenario, you will see that from our forecast, it is 8,500 room night, but when we do a special promotion with OTA, we need to reduce our forecast to 7,500 room. So talk about OTA room night. The normal with the forecast of 8,500 room night. So OTA with normal 15% discount at the rate of 128, but the room production only 1,500 room night. So OTA plus our forecast, current forecast is 10,000 room night. So with the special promotion, so the 8,500 room night become 7,500 room night. Due to we give the 3,000 room night to OTA with 25% discount, so at the rate of 113. So total direct booking plus OTA is 10,500 room night. So let's calculate together. Direct booking revenue, so 8,500 room night multiplied by the rate of 150, it is 1,275,000. OTA revenue 1,005 room night multiplied by the rate of the normal rate with 15% discount only 128 US dollar. So room cost, so we take total room direct booking plus OTA and multiply by room cost is 15 US dollar. So total room cost for the 10,000 room, we need to spend 150,000. So let's see the profit. So we take the revenue from the direct booking plus revenue from the OTA minus room cost. So our profit is 1,316,250. So let's see if we accept the special promotion with OTA with 25% discount on the rate, it become 113. So let's see direct booking revenue. So our direct booking revenue is, so the room instead of 8,500, so direct booking room reduced to 7,500. So multiplied by the rate of the direct booking is $150. So it become 1,225,000 instead of 1,275,000. So it's less, but the OTA revenue is gonna be more. So OTA revenue, so got 3,000 multiplied by the special rate of 25% discount, so it's 113. So the OTA revenue become 337,500 instead of 191,250. So let's see the room cost. So instead of 10,000, it will become 10,500 due to we increase OTA up to 3,000 instead of 1,005. So take the 10,500 multiplied by room cost is $15. So the total room cost is become 157,500 instead of 150,000. Okay, so let's see the profit contribution. So we take the direct booking revenue plus the revenue from the OTA with the special promotion of 300 room night and minus room cost. So it become 1,305,000. So what is the difference? The difference is we take our normal forecast scenario minus the special promotion with OTA. So the difference is 11,250. So it means that the special promotion increased by OTA is not work because we will manage to get less profit than our room forecast. So whenever OTA or other propose any promotion campaign or whatsoever, it's not mean that all are good. We need to carefully as the revenue manager to study the homework before we accept any special business from OTA or other organization or other market segment. So as a revenue manager, the exercise is so important. Okay, so hope everyone is clear. So again, if anyone doesn't clear, so please go back to the video and watch again. Now let's move to the next exercise. The price for a big group should be cheaper than small group. So it's true or false? It's normally when we think about the big group, psychologically, we will think that the big group should be cheaper than the small group. So in this case, whether is it true or not? So let's work out together. So here is the scenario. The hotel with 100 rooms, the hotel with 100 rooms, the current forecast it is on 21st of November. So with 80% occupancy at ADR of $100. So this is our current forecast, which is on 21st November. So 80% of 100 room, that means 20 room will be empty. So our forecast with ADR is $100. In this forecast, you can see the revenue forecast. So it's straightforward. So 80% of 100 room means 80 room. So with ADR of $100, so 80 room times $100 equal 8,000. There is an additional inquiry. There are two groups. Group 1 with 20 room at 80 US dollar. Group 2 with 40 room at the same rate of 80 US dollar. So the group 2 is bigger than group 1. So if we take a group 1, that means we may not full on that day because by the forecast, it's not always accurate 100%. So our forecast is 80% occupancy, so we need however, if the forecast is not accurate, so the hotel will be not 100% full. Okay, in order to secure, we may think about taking the 40 room. So if we take the 40 room group 2, we guarantee 100% sure that we're going to have a full occupancy on 21st of November. Okay, so in order to see whether group 1 or group 2 that we should take, so let's study together. Okay, so here is the group 1 with 20 room and group 2 with 40 room. If we take the group 1, guarantee that no displacement, of course. And if we take the group 2 with 40 room, for sure we need to displace 20 room if the forecast is accurate with 80% occupancy with 80 room. Okay, so let's see here. If we take the group 1, update forecast will be 100%. But if we take group 2, the update forecast will be 100%, but we need to displace 20 room. Okay, so the group 1, 80 room times 100 US dollar plus 20 room times 80 US dollar, so equal 9,600 US dollar. The group 2, we need to displace 20 room, so the 80 room become 60 room, so 60 room times 100 US dollar plus this 20 room forecast will be increased to 40 room, so plus 40 room at 80 US dollar rate equal 9,200. So if we take the big group, our revenue will be lower than we don't take the big group. Okay, so in this case, the small group is better than the big group. So it doesn't mean that all the big group should be cheaper than the small group. So in this scenario, let's see the revenue variance. So group 1 with the small group 1, the revenue will get 9,600. But if we take the big group 2, that we need to do displacement, so the revenue is only 9,200. Okay, so let's see the variance. So we take this portion minus the group 2, so we need to have the difference is 400 room. Okay, sorry, the difference is gonna be a 400 US dollar difference. That means we take the group 1, we will get revenue of 9,600. If we take the group 2 with 40 room, we need to replace 20 room, so our revenue become 9,200. So 9,600 minus 9,200 for the group 2 equal 300 US dollar difference. So in order to know if we take the big group of 40 room, what is the rate that we should increase? Okay, so we take the 400 divided by 40 room equal $10. So it means 400 US dollar divided by a 40 room from the big group, so need to have $10 additional. So the minimum price for group 2, the big group, if we take it, the rate must be $90, not $80. So mean the big group, the rate should be more than the small group in this scenario. So again, it's not always the big group should be cheaper than the small group. Okay, so hope everyone is clear. And again, if you have any doubt or if you don't understand, please go back to the video and watch it again. So let's move to the next exercise. Now let's talk about displacement analysis. Displacement analysis only to be done when a displacement is expected by taking a new booking. To make it easy to understand, you can just remember like this. Displacement happens only when the current forecast plus new booking inquiry is bigger than capacity. For example, our current forecast is 80% and new booking inquiry given us 40%. So in total is 120%. And physically, it is impossible to take 120% occupancy and need to give up 20% of the business, which is called displacement. When we have to give up the certain portion of the business, we need to execute the displacement analysis. The reason I put only to be done when a displacement is expected by taking a new booking, just in case there is a new displacement, it's better to take all the business. It doesn't matter what budget the client has as long as this group is profitable, which means that the price proposed by the client is higher than our variable cost. There is nothing to lose because anyway we will not be full. We will not give up any business because of this group, so displacement analysis is not required and it is not necessary. We need just to take business in order for us to maximize our occupancy, because we will not be full. Anyway, now let's exercise some displacement analysis. Now let's talk about displacement analysis exercise. Here is the scenario. David, our sales manager from LS International Hotel, has received an event inquiry for a large training session for a major consulting company. LS International Hotel is a 300-room luxury hotel with an average rate approximately $250. The average occupancy is approximately 80%, with peak period occurring on weekend and from October through May. The group would like to book for 15 nights starting from January 7, 2022. January is usually a fairly busy month for the hotel, and John, our director of sales, is concerned that the group might displace higher paying business, especially since they will be staying over 2 weeks. The group would like 5 rooms on January 7 and 8, 90 rooms on January 9, and 200 rooms from January 10 through January 21. There will be 1 person in each room. Jenny, our revenue manager, has not yet done the forecast for January yet, so John has decided to use the number of rooms sold in the previous year as the forecast for January 2022. Most of the rooms at LS International Hotel are suites, and the company plans on having many of their training sessions in the suite. so they will not need to rent function space except for meal. According to David, the group will purchase 8 lunch at $30 per person and 3 dinner at $50 per person. LS International Hotel, like the most hotel, has different contribution margin for different departments. The contribution for room margin is 80%, while F&B only 30%. This group has indicated that they will pay no more than $180 per night. Should Jenny say yes to take this group? Let's work out together on the exercise. Okay, on this Excel spreadsheet, you will see we divide a room profit analysis. We will talk about other profit analysis, displacement analysis, and rate calculation. So first of all, here our room size is 300 room. So our ADR it is 250. So since our variable cost per room, the room cost is only 20%. So let's see how much. So let's calculate our cost per room. So ADR is 150 multiplied by 0.20, which is 20%. So our room cost is $50 per room. So room contribution is, our room profit is, we take the 250 minus $50. So our room contribution profit is $200 per room. So if you see here, the room profit margin is 80% and F&B profit margin is 30%. So in here, let's talk about the room rental. There is no room rental because the guests take our suite room as their meeting room. But let's see the F&B revenue. Okay, we see here number of guests is 200 guests, and the guest will take 8 lunch at $30 for 200 guests. So let's calculate the F&B revenue. So lunch, so we take $30 per person for lunch, multiply by 8 lunch, and then multiply by 200 guests. So the revenue for F&B lunch is 48,000. Dinner, we do the same. So $50 times 3 dinner times 200. So it's $30,000 for dinner. So total F&B revenue, so 48,000 plus 30,000. So F&B revenue, it is 78,000. So here F&B revenue is 78,000 equal 78,000. So as we know that the margin for F&B only 30%, so we take total revenue multiplied by 30,000 or 30%, sorry. So the room profit for F&B is 23,400. So the total, because room rental, there is no room rental, is 0 because guests use the suite. So total F&B profit is equal 23,400. Okay, so let's move on. See the displacement analysis. On January on January 7 and January 8. So the group will have 5 room and 5 room, and January 9 gonna be 90 room, but from January 10 till January 21 is 200 room. So all same are 200 room. So total all the group room is 2,500 room. So we see here, we take all this, so it's 2,500 room for the group. Talk about room need to replace, because our room size is 300 room. So on the 7 we don't need to displace because still have some room available. On the 8 you need to replace 1. On the 9 it is 87. So move forward, only on 12 January we have enough room, so no replace. So the rest are all have displacement room. So total room displacement is so we sum all. So we need to have 1,583 room to be displaced if we take the 2,000 room from the group. Okay, so let's continue our calculation. So room calculation. So this is the number of displaced is 1,005. It is equal 1,583. Okay. Contribution per room. So contribution per room is 200 US dollar. So it's called 200 US dollar. Displaced contribution. So we need to take the total room displaced multiplied by the room contribution. So it's 316,000. Other contribution. So other contribution from F&B is 23,400. So equal 23,400. So total contribution need. So we take the displacement contribution minus other contribution. So 293,000. Number of group room. So number of group room here it is 2,005. So it's 2,005. Minimum contribution per room. So mean total contribution need divided by 3,500 group room. So minimum contribution per room is 117.48 plus other our variable cost. Variable cost is 50 US dollar. So it's called 50 US dollar. So the minimum rate per room equal so 117.28 plus 50. So the minimum rate that we can take is minimum of 167. So as you see, the group, their minimum budget is 180 US dollar. So with this calculation, we surely can take the group. So this exercise, it is to show us that whether we can take the group of 2,500 room nights with the displacement of 1,583. So we need to take at least the minimum rate of 167.28 from this 2,500 room. Okay, so thank you very much everyone. Hope you all learn additional knowledge about the hotel revenue management. So this is the last episode. I think this is very important. If you work as a revenue manager, so this is a must know that you need to know. Okay, so if you don't understand or you have any doubt, so please go back to the our video and you will review 1 or 2 times to be more understanding. Okay, thank you very much everyone. Stay tuned for the next coming video for other hotel knowledge.